Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to show you my delicious prawn pulao recipe. This pulao is really easy to make and is mildly spiced and uses subtle ingredients like prawns and coconut milk and yet is so flavorful and aromatic. Cooked prawns have a natural sweetness which works really well with coconut milk. The few spices in this recipe add a lot of depth to the flavor. I also like using Kashmiri chili powder to give it this beautiful vibrant color. This dish is a big favorite in my household. Now let's get started with the recipe. First step is to marinate prawns. I am starting with 500 grams of shelled and deveined prawns. To this I am adding 2 teaspoons of ginger garlic paste and salt to taste, which is around half teaspoon. Half teaspoon of garam masala powder, half teaspoon of Kashmiri mirchi powder, this is for color, and half teaspoon of regular chili powder and juice of 1 lemon. Now mix all the ingredients properly to combine and set this aside at least for half an hour. You can always marinate it for longer time for more flavor. Now we'll take 500 grams of rice, wash thoroughly, and soak it for half an hour. I used basmati rice for added flavor, but any kind of rice can be used to make this dish. You can use rice such as surti kolam or sona masuri or whatever you use at home regularly. Now we'll pour water and soak rice for half an hour. Now for coconut milk, I used one small coconut for this and freshly extracted the milk using my juicer jar. You can always use store-bought coconut milk, but I like using freshly extracted coconut milk. We'll set this aside. Now I'll flavor the cooking water for the rice with spices by putting them in a pouch of muslin cloth. For this I used one small stick of cinnamon, one black cardamom, one star anise, four green cardamoms, few peppercorns and few cloves, half teaspoon shajira. You can use the masalas according to your taste and requirement. Make a pouch of it and keep it ready. Now in a big pot over medium heat, take 600 ml of water, add 2 bay leaves and 1 spice pouch and 4 green chilies, around 1.5 teaspoons of salt, bring all this to boil until the water is colored and reduced at least to 500 ml. Now we can discard the spices and green chilies. This is why we put the spices in a pouch so that it is easier to remove. Now add the freshly extracted coconut milk. I've used around 200 ml and bring it back to boil. You can adjust the ratio of coconut milk and water as you wish. but the volume should be up to 700 ml. That is, for 1 cup of rice, you need 1.5 cups of the cooking liquid. Now, we'll start with the cooking process of prawns. For this, heat a pan, add 2 teaspoons of ghee, add a big cup of thinly sliced onions, add around half teaspoon of salt. Saute this over medium heat until the onions turn golden brown. Adding salt helps in speeding up this process. Now that the onions have turned brown, we can add prawns, the marinated prawns. Now we'll add the marinated prawns and stir well to combine. We only need to cook this only for a couple of minutes until they change color. If you cook it more, they become chewy and rubbery. So as soon as they change color, we'll switch off the stove and keep it aside. And now the prawns are cooked. They changed color. Now heat a pan. Add 1 teaspoon of ghee. Now add 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste. Fry for a couple of minutes until it gives out a nice aroma. Now add the rice we had soaked after draining of the water. Stir to combine and toast the mixture for a couple of minutes. Now add the cooked prawns and mix it well. Mix the rice and prawns properly. And now add the boiling coconut milk and water mixture. This helps in speeding up the cooking process of rice. Mix everything well. Now add juice of 1 lemon. I've added 2 teaspoons of ghee. This is optional. Now add finely chopped coriander and mint mixture. Cover with a lid and cook it over medium heat for around 10 minutes without stirring or disturbing the rice. You should cook this until you can no longer see water on the surface of the rice. We'll check if it is cooked. And now you can't see any water on the surface. Even if there is any little water below, that gets absorbed with the heat, even if you switch off the stove. Now the delicious prawn pulao is ready to be served. That's it. Delicious, fragrant prawn pulao is ready to be served. Just try this recipe once. You want to make it again and again. I hope you all enjoyed watching this recipe. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Bye.